Hello, this is Annette Stanton. I hope you're having a fabulous day. The word for the day is boundaries. Again, I was speaking to a business leader, and that was the most challenging area that this particular business leader, and I know others the same. I've had many a conversation behind closed doors around how do you set boundaries without feeling guilty, without feeling rude, without feeling like you're pushing it, onto someone else without, and I guess it's really knowing what your boundaries are first and foremost. And a lot of the time you won't know your boundaries until you get irked off about something. So there'll be something where you'll feel like you either don't have enough time, energy, space, money, whatever those particular areas are. How do you set those boundaries? It's knowing yourself well enough to then identify what the boundary is. So, for example, if you know that you're saying yes to everybody and you have a challenge in saying no, as an example, and you're trying to be everything to everybody, then you're crossing your own boundary first by saying yes. Okay, and it doesn't honor the other person. So this is a great example. Doesn't matter what the subject is about. Okay, so anytime you notice someone crosses your boundary, it's because you've crossed it first in some way, shape, or form, and you did not even realize, you weren't conscious enough to know and claim what your boundary is. So when you're when you're able to identify what they are in a quiet space by yourself, sitting down and going, okay, what peeves me off? What areas do I know that I don't have enough time, money, energy, and space around, because it's like if you're inundated, all right, then that means that you haven't even identified what your boundaries are, you haven't even written them down to then be able to communicate them clearly. And you will be able to do that succinctly without having to push it, without reacting, when you first and foremost get clarity on what your boundaries are and write them down. That is the only way that I know that I ever first and foremost did that, and it's the way that I know that my clients work well in owning what their own boundaries are. So knowing a boundary is what you will and won't accept of others, but just notice how much are you crossing your own boundary first, because you want to be liked, because you want to be loved, because you want to be acknowledged, because you want to be seen as successful, whatever your thing is. And just notice that. So have the courage to set your own boundaries and then to communicate those in whatever way that you need to. Have a spacious day honouring your boundaries. Thank you for tuning in. This is Annette Stanton. Bye for now.